Azoth main, not on the Azoth going in here right now, but that's what I've known him for so long. But seeing him with the bow here makes a lot of sense. Anything that the Azoth pick has, whether it's the axe or bow or something I expect to see in ones. We've got Neeze on the Lucian. Oh my goodness. Is that just, no.
Dude, is he going to do it again?
He did it again.
He did it again.
He did it again. Dude, look at Blazey's eyes. Blazey like Blazey's eyes go wide open. He goes like, I can't, what does that?
No.
Okay, so that has happened before.
That's happened today.
Yeah. Neeze literally lost a game off of doing that.
What the heck is going on, dude? I don't know if they can hear that on the stream.
I mean, I can feel that in my entire body.
Yo.
Yeah, that was some loud bass. Holy cow.
I don't know what's going on here.
That's fine. Let's just pretend like stream can't hear that.
I really hope they can.
Sarah comes through. Neeze tried to clean up what was like, I was getting ready to say that Neeze was going to run away with this set, and then he just SD'd, and Blazey was kind of like, okay, like literally wide-eyed in disbelief.
Yeah, he said, all right, go off, King. Go off stage and into the blast zone. I got no problem with that. Neeze is going to even this one up pretty quickly, though. Now, after that SD, like we saw that earlier today, and then he didn't really do that again. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case here, where he got a little reckless, messed up, realized, oh, yeah, I can't do that.
Definitely, like, he didn't stop going off stage with guitars. He just stopped losing his stocks off stage with guitars. The down signature comes out there from Blazey. And you know what? I think that's the one thing that we'll see in common with Blazey's playstyle coming from the Azoth here onto the Lara Croft, which is that he really loves his down signatures at the side of the stage. And even though, unlike Azoth, he can't cover the stage with those down sigs, he can still get those really early knockouts if he's able to get them to connect.
Sitting on the ground. Oh, he actually jumped and does the down air, even though Neeze started off above him. That's the D-Light into the side air. I think he didn't feel comfortable that that was going to hit, so he didn't go for the D-Light recovery as the option, or maybe he just didn't expect it to KO that early in the stock. Neeze is going to fall there.
His stocks go down. It's so crazy to me watching Neeze, one, SD on his own opening combo, and then two, basically SD when he gets hit by Blazey's last Hail Mary recovery, gets hit by the last shot of the Blaster's recovery, it gets taken off the top. So far, Neeze really yet to get beat by Blazey so far in this game one.
So Blazey playing well in this tournament is important for a couple reasons. We talked about it a little bit on the pre-show. As he gets the D-Light into the neutral area, has Neeze into the orange.
Oh.
There you go. That KO'd, and it didn't bounce off the stage.
No.
It looked like it almost was going to, but he placed it so perfectly.
That's something that Neeze is going to have to adapt to and play around better, is that Blazey really likes to go for these off-stage, side-stage signature knockouts. So he does it with the Azoth. He would do it with like the side sig off stage, gravity cancel the side sig, or use the down sig to catch a landing. And in that case, he uses the down sigs from Diana twice that game, I think, to take really early stocks off of Neeze. Neeze, however, I think had a really rough game one with how two of those stocks went down.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to do what he did earlier and just like forget about that, have that 10-second goldfish memory, and realize, all right, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let it interrupt my flow. I'm not going to let it ruin this set for me. It ruined that stock, and that's where it's going to end.
Here we are in the game number 2 now. Blazey up in the set. Trying to find a side light, does find that side light cuts. Neeze rocking forward with a nair backwards as well was really cool, actually. And that side light into, let's see what else he can do with this. No, just right, goes over the blasters, hits a side light. Let's see, Blazey actually keeping a lead here without Neeze giving it to him.
Easily going to pick up that down air after Neeze was locked into that D-Light. Neeze actually recovering very high, but away from the stage. He's still able to make it back. He just takes that down air.
That was so crazy. Blazey bounced Neeze off the stage while he was sweating with the blasters down air, and then Neeze used the jump that he got back to get back out of the stage. Now both players knocking each other back and forth here. Let's see what they can do with it.
He goes for the D-Light into the neutral signature, not the recovery. He probably thought it wasn't going to KO, and when he hits that D-Light, he probably thought that Neeze probably thought he was going to go in for the recovery, the true combo, so he's not going to be mashing his dodge key, so he goes for the D-Light in sig and actually gets the stock because of that with playing the mind games.
Yeah, like that turnaround there from the recovery coming out from Neeze. Didn't just go for a regular neutral recovery to take him off the top. Blazey now with the bow. Dares coming galore from Neeze. Has Blazey off the side of the stage. I thought that was going to be SD. Neeze tries to get the down signature there onto Blazey, but Blazey just waits while he goes back to the stage and gets a D-Light nair to send him towards the top of the stage.
And light into the bottom side of the neutral air. Blazey answering back with the side light, putting a little bit of space between him and Neeze. Neeze has done a great job of getting in on Blazey. When you think about Diana, you're thinking about some high-range weapons. You're talking about the bow. You're talking about the blasters as well. But Neeze has done a great job of getting in with both of his weapons.
Oh that neutral signature. Does it go through? D-Light into side air does connect. D-Light into side air connects from Neeze, and that's actually enough force to take Blazey down to his last stock here in game 2.
Neutral light coming out from the unarmed kit of Blazey. He moves over to pick up the weapon, gets hit by a recovery, grabs the bow pretty quickly after that, but Neeze hits the falling side air. Over onto the soft platform. He can't land. He can't go anywhere near the ground because Neeze is guarding it like a surface-to-air missile.
Forces the dodge. Dive kicks him once, but Blazey gets the dodge back. Sweats all the way to the top of the stage. That down stick was super close. It would not have bombed off the stage either. Goes over the sideline. Side stick. That's like the one time you use the Lucian side stick on blasters. That would have been so hype, but he doesn't actually get it connected.
There it is.
Oh, I think Neeze heard what I said last time.
He might have.
I was like, we don't talk about that signature. Okay, it's coming through. Recovery comes through, and then Sider does hit. All right, Neeze gets the 2 stock. And those are like basically the 2 stocks that he gave away going into game 1, not being given away in game 2. And they bring it to a tied set situation.
Now, Blazey, of course, a long-time player in Brawlhalla, a US West player here. Now, I was a little bit worried about him this weekend after he teamed up with Pugsy, and they had a rough day in 2v2s given the pedigree that Pugsy has as a 2s player. But seeing Blazey make it this far is very solid. The fact that he's gone this deep into the bracket and is going up against Neeze here, and it's tied 1-1 in the set. Last game was a 2-stock, but they're still tied 1-1 in the set.
Here we go into game number 3. Miami Dome picked here. We've been in a lot of different stages. I feel like you get 2 different types of matches, which is the ones that always go back to Apocalypse, and then we get this where like the counter picks are actually really thought about. And when it gets players like Blazey who really like having stage positioning and stage control be a part of their game plan, it makes a lot of sense. Neeze, however, that D-Light nair, side air, goes to the gravity, gets the down light again, but Blazey doesn't punish him for not having a dodge. Neeze drops the D-Light into recovery.
Yeah,
there.
He was trying to do D-Light into recovery. If you don't get the dash jump in at the right time, you'll actually, if you hold down too long, you'll end up coming out with that ground pound. That's like the final trick of getting that.
There's a lot of funny mishaps that can come from not getting the order of inputs correctly and the timing of inputs correctly. We could go anywhere from a ground pound to a neutral signature. But Neeze ends up getting that second D-Light recovery and then the neutral signature off the top to get that stock in under a minute against Blazey here in game number 3.
Neeze over back on the Katars. Neutral light coming out from Blazey, zoning him out. He's able to get in and chase dodges him around the corner, sticking to him like glue. That recovery comes out, not enough to KO. Neeze recovering high, didn't have the most in-air movement economy, but he had enough because he was so high when he got caught by that.
Oh, and that sidelight goes forward there. Neeze goes to the down air. Sidelight again, doesn't get the I think he wanted to jump for the down air there, and Blazey's able to get the D-Light nair, but that's not even enough to knock him out yet. Another nair doesn't come through, and Neeze is still surviving. Nice pick up on the dare, no blaster side air follow-up, but that one will finally take down his first stock.
Neeze actually looking away after that. I don't think he looked towards Blazey. He looked the other direction. I don't know who he's looking at. He's looking at the concert, brother. He's looking at all that racket.
I mean, like, noise canceling headphones do something, but
yo, you are not canceling that noise, man. You are not doing that. Not in here. There is no noise canceling as powerful enough in the entire universe to lower the volume of what's going on in this venue right now. It's going to be a distraction. These players are going to have to deal with.
It is a unique situation to compete in. He's got to prepare for all scenarios, you know? Blazey dealing with it just as well as Neeze is here as we got ourselves an even game 2-2. Oh.
A lot of space between these two.
Oh, the sideline's perfectly spaced away by both of them. Goes for the D-Light recovery. They're both sweating on the way back down the stage. Neeze goes for that down air, and Blazey tries to go for a hard read for the sidelight. Dare Sair. Yep, that's going to combo, and Blazey takes the lead here in game number 3.
Juggling those weapons to delay the next weapon spawn for Neeze. He's going back over to the bow, but the D-Light recovery picked up off the soft platform. That's why I love Miami Dome soft platforms, because they are so high that when you get that D-Light recovery, you can KO so much earlier than you normally would be able to if we were talking like Crystal Temple soft plats.
Oh, and now Neeze with a crazy combo. The recovery goes for the nair right afterwards. Neeze falling down, trying to get that hit as Blazey is sweating, but he puts out a quick Sair. Switches over to the bow. Sidelight dodge in, read, gets hit with a neutral light. Sidelight again, down air, puts Neeze off the side of the stage. Let's see what he can do with it as Neeze goes in for that nair into down light. Can't find any more follow-ups as that neutral air does come through. And that dare whips Neeze with the Katars. Can he get something off of it? No, switches over to the blasters. He's looking for that D-Light recovery now to get the knockout.
Oh, he did it again!
Spike. Weapon throw comes forward, and Neeze goes down onto that third game. And Blazey's now 1 game away from knocking out Neeze to get up there into that one match against Meg D that would qualify for top 8.
So now one of the things that Neeze really needs to think about is when that D-Light comes out from Blazey, you have to start mashing that dodge key. But if you mash it too long, then when you're out of hit stun from, if he goes for the true combo option, the recovery, then he's going to do that dodge prematurely when he doesn't want to. So he's going to have to mash that dodge button and then quickly move away from that if the recovery, the true combo option, absolutely comes out. So he really does have to worry about D-Light recovery and D-Light insig, where he has to react differently to both of them.
Oh, Blaizey gets the D-Light down air. One of my favorite follow-ups to do off of downlight on low damage because you can get so much more off of it. But the dare read that he goes for afterwards doesn't really connect. Sarah hits anyways. Neeze on the guitars. Might switch over to the blasters here. Blaizey continues to box him out with these blasters. Falls down with that dare, down air. Anything that can happen there? No, weapon toss comes forward. I thought Neeze was going to switch to the blasters, but he didn't pick him up there. Finally, he gets it, but Blaizey is still on the lead. Oh! Down air, gravity cancel, sidelight, Sarah, so much damage to the recovery, and Neeze is down to 2 stocks. If he goes down here, he's out of the bracket.
And Blazey has a gigantic lead here, maybe about 80 damage on this stock. No, actually, it's going to be around 100. You just saw him turn orange on that. Only the 2-piece coming out from Neeze, the sidelight into the D-light, gets the neutral signature. Again, that low strength that Lucian has. Going to be tough to find some of these knockouts, especially when we're not on a map like Small Brawl Haven.
Dash forward, dash back. Let's see what Blaizey can do. Falls to the side, getting more extra credit. Neutral light into weapon throw. Was expecting Blaizey to do anything other than a dodge down, and because he was stacked, the weapon throw was not going to hit. Has Blaizey at the side of the stage, and while sweating, Blaizey gets the recovery. The weapon toss covers the gravity cancel downlight, and then that weapon throw upwards into the double neutral signature means that Neeze is not going to be able to make it back. No, okay, he gets the down air. Nicely done. Chase dodges back to the stage after that nair.
Oh, that could be tough. That could be the spike. Yep, grabs him with a second one. That's going to be the KO. And Blazey coming in on second stock fresh, but Neeze very much in the red. He does have weapon advantage. Blazey's going to be looking for that weapon spawn. He hits Neeze away, but he's over towards the weapon spawn now, over to the blasters. GC D-Light moving away, using that high movement speed of Lucian to back up off of Blazey, giving him plenty of range.
The nair sends them up. Let's see. Downlight into recovery, takes Neeze off the top. Okay, Blaizey's 1 stock away from knocking Neeze out of the bracket.
And Neeze was smiling for a moment. I don't know if that was recognition of like, okay, you got me there with that one, but I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm going to turn up this final stock. This could be tournament bracket stock here for Neeze. If he loses this one, he's out of the tournament in 13th place.
Oh, and here we go. Blaizey goes up that side air, falls to the down air. Neeze gets that neutral light. Let's see what he can do. Goes up for the recovery, and Blaizey gets that side light. No, can't get anything started here. Neeze could bring him down to 1 stock.
And Blazey has the blessing to play this just like simple poke sidelight game. He can put range between him and Neeze because Neeze has to move in. He's the one at the stock deficit. Blazey gonna get hit by the D-Light side air on the main stage right in the middle, not towards the edge, so it's not gonna be the KO. Recovery absolutely will KO there, picked up really high. Neeze not in a bad spot. About 90 to 100 damage behind Blazey at this point. This game is still absolutely winnable for Neeze.
Yeah, 1 stock away from Neeze being able to bring this to a game number 5, but can he do it to catch the landing? Neutral light in the nair is huge. Sidelight from Blaizey, also a ton of damage, but doesn't get any follow-up after it. Neeze bringing it back, but he's got a huge mountain to climb here. Sidelight into dash back. Blaizey gets the nair. Sparky, he's close. He's so good at getting these signatures for these knockouts,
D-Light's coming out. You know he's going to be looking for D-Light insig. But I think Neeze is going to see it coming. I think the dodge is going to come out if it hasn't been burned.
Yeah, but at that point, you just kind of avoid 1 neutral loss, right? You don't get anything off of it. Can he get it done?
Pushing for it.
Oh, the down gets punished. No, doesn't pivot the recovery that time.
Oh, nothing major off of that, even though Neeze whiffed the signature. The recovery is gonna do it! And Blazey here in San Diego, all the way on the west coast of North America, the US West player prevails and is moving on. Neeze all the way from Sweden, going to finish in 13th place here at Dreamhack San Diego 1v1s.
What an incredible run for Blaizey here. And then also for the fact that that was for 13th, right? So Neeze out at 13th and Blaizey moving forward to fight against Meg D.
Yeah, I would not have called, well, I wouldn't have called Meg D.